Hello to you, my people. Welcome back. Welcome. Thank you for coming back here and sharing with me. Now, it has been a little while, but I'm always gonna come back and share with you. Now, today you all see what is the buzz on the news and what is really going on. Friends, the last time, I was live and I was sharing with you. You remember I said to you, it's like, what is going on now? It's like a ticking bomb. It's like, what is next? You remember when we were talking? Well, if some of you weren't on the live, you can go back and watch. But we don't know what is next. But we know that all of this is pointing to one thing. No. What does the war that is now on the news and that is now happening in Israel, what does that mean for us? What does it mean for us as believers, as Christians? Yes, as God's chosen people, as modern day Israel. What does that mean for us? Now, we know that this war that is going on in Israel and the surrounding Arab nations is coming from way back, from as far as, you got it right, Abraham and Sarah and Hagar. You remember the story where God promised him a son. Yes, God promised him a son, and Abraham was saying, when is this son coming? I'm not seeing anything. Just like us many times, we, get a little agitated, a little weary in waiting on the Lord. And Abraham, God told him that you're going to get a son and your nation is going to be great. And he couldn't wait. And both Sarah and him decided that, listen, we are going to make it happen by allowing you, Abraham, to go in with Hagar and have a child. And that happened, and Hagar had Ishmael. After that, Sarah became pregnant. And Sarah had Isaac. You got it right. And friends, they grew for a little while, right? But you know that Ishmael wasn't the chosen by God. It was Isaac. Hence, Isaac was the heir to all that Abraham had. Yes. No. After a while, you know that Hagar had to leave with Ishmael, right? Even though God said, Ishmael, his, people is going to be great and he's going to have a great nation. That was not enough. We know that all of the war right now is coming from as far as the story of Abraham. Now, the children of Israel, the land of Israel, we are hated, and they in the Middle East, they are hated by the surrounding Arab nations. Long time ago. Now, I realize that they also signed a treaty, peace treaty. And right now, you see where it makes no sense. The Arab nations hate Israel so much so that they are looked upon as nobodies. They are looked upon as dogs. That's how much they are hated. But you and I, as a believer of the word, right, and of Christ, know that Israel as a chosen people, and Israel is also the land of God, the chosen land of God. Israel is special to the Lord. So, right now, I'm looking at it and I'm saying, all of this is in the Bible where the surrounding nations are going to come against Israel. But the Lord will stand for his people, his chosen Israel, as well as the land of Israel. So right now, many innocent persons are losing their lives. When I look at the beheadings, babies that are murdered, this cannot be the angels of God. No, it's the angels of the devil himself. And we know that anything that the Lord has set up, yes, Satan always wants to tear it down, or he hates it so much so that he has to find a way to destroy it. And hence why the consistent attack on Israel, and hence why the war is. No, but we know more than anything else, friends, that it's not a physical battle. It's a spiritual warfare. And, just looking back and remembering, the dream that I had and I shared with you about the darkness that was over the city. Friends, the world is at a dark place. And that is why I will always say that you and I don't know when the next bomb will go off. We don't know what will happen next. We don't know. Could it be a disaster, right? Could it be, as we see right now, a war, some flare up, something, earthquake? There is always going to be something. And why? No more than anything else is because the time is short. We know that as believers, it's time for us to look up. Look up, as in to say, friends, we ought to look within ourselves. We ought to check where we are in terms of our relationship with Christ and see the things that we need to change and make it right. Let us not take this time. That's the warning right now. Let us not take this lightly and look at it as, oh, it's another catastrophe, it's another war, it's another disaster. No, it is a warning to us as believers who are across the length and breadth of this world, because we don't know when our time will be. Remember, after everything on this earth, only one thing will take, and it's our character to be with the Lord God Almighty. So let us think about it, friends. Let us not take it lightly. Let us look within ourselves. Right now, we know as believers that the names are the Lord is looking at our names, right? And we know that the sealing is taking place. The sealing is taking place. So we have to look within ourselves and see where we stand. Because anytime we can just be at the wrong place at the wrong time. But for us as Christians, this war means let us draw closer to Christ. Yes, let us, look within ourselves if our character is representing Him. So whatever we need to shed that is, unlike Christ. Could it be lying? Could it be stealing? Could it be fornication? Yes. Could it be that the way we present ourselves, we're not representing Christ? Let us check ourselves, friends. And let us tell those around us. Let's encourage. If it's even one, let us do that. You know, a war. When I think about a war, everything that you have worked hard for, that you have sacrificed for, is eradicated, is gone. Many persons are left without a home, are left without a comfortable place to sleep. And we who are here, we who are looking on, are blessed. We are blessed to be able to look on and we're not immediately affected. But, as I have been saying, may God help us. May God help us. Because we don't know when our time is going to be. And, you know, as the coming of the Lord gets nearer, it will get worse. That's the truth. It will get worse. So, I'm telling you, it is high time for us to open our mouths and talk. Let nobody silence you. Say what the Lord has placed upon your heart, because it's time for us, friends, to get ourselves in order, to get ourselves ready. Because we don't know when the next catastrophe, we don't know when the next disaster, we don't know. So friends, let us live in a state, let us check ourselves and get ready. So thank you for joining. Thank you for staying and listening today. And I will be back with another video. All right? So take care until next time. Adios.